So I decided to take a couple weeks off, especially from the draft, to really dig into the NFL post-draft. I guess you could say getting ready for the upcoming season. And I don't really like to get into like all the draft picks and stuff like that. It's just not something that I'm really interested in because, you know, you don't really know if this guy or this guy is going to be good or not. It's not something that I really like to mess around with, and I'm really not that knowledgeable. I guess I'll be the first one to admit it, to really break down the guys. So, but what I do want to talk about is this possible rumor, whatever it is, of Carson Wentz getting his extension before week 1 of the NFL season. And according to many people, Adam Schefter, Philly Voice, Bleeding Green Nation, the NFL, pretty much everywhere we're going, Carson Wentz will be extended sooner rather than later. And these are just some thoughts that I want to talk about. Number one, it's definitely a priority in my opinion, and I'll get to it. I'll get to that in a little while. I obviously want Carson Wentz. I mean, obviously I have everything. I have pictures. I have jerseys. I have everything. I love Carson Wentz. I wanted him from the time we drafted him. I loved that we went and got him. We went all the way down to get him. We gave up a lot for him, and he is the guy. And everyone can. There's two sides of Philadelphia Eagles fans. There's the guys that still want Nick Foles, and there's the guys that want Carson Wentz. And I don't think that conversation would have ever happened if Carson Wentz got injured. So Carson Wentz is due to make upwards of $30 million a year. Now, what does that mean? It just means that he's going to make a shitload of money in his extension. No one really knows exactly how much that's going to be. And the reason why I want them to get Carson Wentz paid now is because if you're looking at these contracts, I mean, I have the contracts pulled up right here. Russell Wilson, $140 million. Aaron Rodgers, $134. Matt Ryan, $150. Derek Carr, $125. I mean, all these guys have just monumentally just giant contracts, and it's only going to get worse from here. Like, if you don't take care of it now, next year or the year after that, these lucrative contracts that are going to happen are just going to keep going up. Like, quarterbacks are just going to keep demanding money. Eventually, guys like Cam Newton, Baker Mayfield, maybe even a guy like Andrew Luck, those types of players that are due for contracts soon, there's just going to be monumental contracts. So if we just pay Carson Wentz now and get it over with, I'm happy with it. And I'm okay with paying Carson Wentz. I mean, like I said, he's the quarterback. He wants to be here. All the guys in the locker room want him here, and I want him here. You guys want him here too. It's just you guys don't want to. You guys are so flawed, and so not flawed, I guess is the word I'd say. I guess we're more blinded by the fact that Nick Foles brought us home a championship, and I do have Nick Foles jerseys as well. I believe I have 2. So the big question is can he stay healthy and get back to that Carson Wentz MVP year where he was on track to be the MVP and on track to throw a quadrillion touchdowns? And I think he can be, especially with the upgraded offense, the drafting of Andre Dillard, everything. There's the additions of Deshaun Jackson. Alshon Jeffrey is going to be healthy. Zach Ertz is playing very, very well. So what is going to happen? Honestly, as far as I know, that they're in talks for it, and it's been going around, and they've been talking about it. It's going to happen within, I'd say by the end of the month, early next month, and it's going to be done. We're going to pay him and get it out of the way. And on another note, I really hope they pay Dak Prescott. I hope they pay Dak Prescott. I hope he gets upwards to 150 to 160 million. I hope you take care of him so we can play him for the rest of our time. I hope so. And who really knows? I mean, like I said, and the reason why I think it needs to be done now is because these contracts are just going to get crazier and crazier and crazier. I mean, there's some of these guys I'm looking at. I mean, Alex Smith, 94. Obviously, Alex Smith is a different ball game. He's, Derek Carr makes $125 million in his total contract. It's out of control. Matthew Stafford, 135. Jimmy Garoppolo, 137. I mean, Matt Ryan, 150. It's just insane. And all these total guarantees are out of control, too. So that's why I really wanted to get down to it. And another thing with Carson Wentz, if you're going to pay him this much money, get the incentives in there, obviously staying healthy. Get the injury clauses in there. So if he does get healthy, this, and that can happen. So who knows what's going to happen. But I'm so excited for this season. And obviously after watching the 76ers lose, there's really not much us Philadelphia fans to watch right now that's exciting. So, but that's pretty much everything. And I really hope we get this deal done. So let's see what we can do and go Birds.